Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of The Listening Room. The Listening Room is where I talk about some stuff that I'm listening to in my spare time, things that I've acquired, what I'm listening to at the gym, stuff I'm listening to get ready to do a show, whatever it might be. So, I had just a few things here today. Mostly I want to show off and talk about some stuff that I've received from some of our beloved loyal viewers who, like I said, I got some great viewers on this channel. There have been so many of you who, out of the kindness of your own heart, have sent me things that maybe I mentioned on the shows that I was looking for, that I couldn't find, or that I wasn't quite familiar with. And I would say, I'm looking to get into this band, whatever, but I haven't gone there yet. Or other things that you would think would really touch me and be extra special for me. So I kind of want to hit on some of that first today because, like I said, I think some of you have just gone above and beyond kindness that I would expect, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. The first thing and I just got this today, Jamie Laszlo, I'm going to call you out right now. So Jamie and I have, he's been watching my show a long time, and he and I have gotten pretty friendly over the last bunch of months, and I think he and I are on the same wavelength with a lot of things. And Jamie went to go see Opeth in his neck of the woods. He's from the Ohio area. Just last week, he knew that I wanted to go see Opeth in New York City, but was not going to get a chance to go. I'm not even sure if they're going to have the concert because I know Michael has had the laryngitis going on and canceled a few dates, but so far the New York dates are on the schedule. Anyway, I'm not going. So he went to the show. He saw at the merch booth that they were selling signed copies of the Sorceress CD and maybe some other ones, and he asked me if I wanted a copy, and I was like, Sure. So there we have Sorceress, signed by all the members of the band. Very, very cool. I love this album. This is my favorite Opeth album, believe it or not. This is the Digipack, right? The 2-disc set. And I want to read you some of Jamie's little note that he put in there for me. So he said, Pete, you work your ass off for your channel, so this is the least I can do. And I think that's just so cool. So Jamie, and he added some other stuff in here, which is just between him and I. But Jamie, thank you. I will treasure this, of course. One of my favorite bands. Now I got one of my favorite albums by them signed by all the members of the band. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Jamie. I will enjoy that. Thank you. All right, so 2 months in a row that Mr. Nick Yusofian has kind of come to the rescue and sent me something that I've been, or things, I should say. It's not something. So last month he sent me those first 4 Pantera CDs, long out of print, right, which I never owned, which was fantastic and much loved. And then he contacts me recently after hearing me answer a lot of people who constantly ask about Caravan and why I don't talk more about Caravan on this show. And it's like, well, it's just a band that I just really, I listen to a lot of the Canterbury bands, but for whatever reason, I've never dove into the Caravan catalog other than a very good Chronicles double disc kind of compilation set. So, that's what I always tell people. It's like, wow, I'd love to do a show on Caravan, but I really don't. There goes Tyler again with the pig, right? But I've never really gotten into a lot of the Caravan music, and I don't really have anything other than that. So he's like, well, Pete, I got a copy of the Decca Durham years, the anthology, 1970 through 75. He goes, would you like it? I'll send it to you. And I was like, would I like it? Absolutely. So these are their classic albums. So you got about 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think it's 5, 4, 5. I don't know, whatever it is. Studio albums. It's not their very first, but it's their second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth studio albums, I believe. Then a couple live albums, okay, all for the Decca label. You get a cool booklet, all right. You got all the. In fact, let me just pull them all out here because I think this is a really cool set. So here's the box, okay, with all listings in there. And then you got this really cool booklet, all right, and it's got all sorts of information in there on the band, the albums, that time period. Then we've got here in the Land of Gray and Pink. All right. We've got Caravan and the New Symphonia. Okay, the complete concert. We've got Cunning Stunts. Careful how you say that, boys and girls. We've got Plump in the Night. And these are all like in, the little mini LP sleeve type things, right? Okay, very cool. We've got here, if I could do it all over again, I'd do it all over you. As I'm just dropping things left and right here. We've got Live at the Fairfield Halls, 1974. I am digging that Gibson Les Paul Custom on the cover there. Very nice. We've got The Show of Our Lives, live at the BBC, 70 to 75. So actually we get, it looks like 3 live sets in here. And then, of course, Waterloo Lily. So what did I say? 4 studio albums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 studio albums and 3 live albums. It's pretty cool. All right. I have not gotten through all these yet. I only just got them. So, I could give you guys more. I think what I'm going to do is at some point, once I've digested these, for all you folks who are constantly asking for some Camel content, once I kind of get through and get familiar with some of these, I think because there's obviously a lot more albums than this, and I don't know whether I'm going to go buying all the rest of them because I know this is a lot of the classic stuff. What I'll do is I may put together like a top 10 songs from this era. Okay, we'll do that. Or I could rank these albums. It's not a lot to rank, but so we'll see. But I'll give you some kind of caravan content at some point down the road, so be a little patient with me. We'll get to that. Also, and I'm going to kind of give it all away, give it away now. And yeah, that's an annoying song, so probably the less said about that, the better. Tomorrow, here's what's coming at you tomorrow morning, and I've been getting ready for it today in between working and doing other stuff. I'm going to rank the studio albums of Savatage tomorrow morning. First thing, all right? So when you get up in the morning or when you go to work, whatever it is, depending on where you are, hopefully you'll see a little email notifying you that we've got a ranking the studio albums from Savatage. So what I've been doing is I've been listening to some of the ones I haven't heard in a while, because I've always loved Savatage since the very beginning, but, there's certain albums I gravitate towards, I listen to a lot, that I probably, easily know how I feel about those, but there's others, when you get to like the bottom half of your list, when you got all these really strong, solid albums, maybe not the cream of the crop, you got to try and figure out what kind of order you're going to put them in, right? So I've been listening to, some of the stuff like Edge of Thorns, all right, Handful of Rain, okay, Poets and Madmen, okay, Streets, Rock Opera. I've been listening to Hall the Mountain King and, Sirens and all that good stuff. A great band. A lot of their albums are kind of different from each other, right? So it'll be interesting to see. I've already kind of got top half of my list put together. There's one of their albums from the 80s that I had on LP back in the day, and just for whatever reason never bought it on CD because it's not one of my favorites by them. So I will place that in where it should be, but I'm not actually going to have it to show you. That's Fight for the Rock, although I probably need to get it because I'm a completist about this stuff, and I was actually surprised that I didn't have it. All right, I had it back in the day, but I never bought it, so I've added it to my Amazon cart for the next time when I order stuff, and I'll do that. You like my sunlight stripes? It's very annoying. I've got like the blinds here that have the little holes where the cord is, and usually right around this time of day, about 3 o'clock, between 2 and like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun is like right over the trees across the street from my house. And if I decide to do a quick little video in the middle of the afternoon, it just blasts right through, right? Sometimes I have like, 15, 20 minutes free in my schedule, or if I didn't get a chance to take a lunch because I've been on a couple calls or whatever like that, I'll like, okay, I'm going to take my lunch right now, and I'm going to record a quick video for you guys. So that's what I've done today. So anyway, that's kind of what I got. What else I got here? So I've been listening to the Bernie Shaw and Dale Collins CD quite a bit. Bernie Shaw, of course, from Uriah Heep. I think I already talked about this once before, but I have been enjoying these family CDs that I got. So A Song for Me in Any Way. These are mostly on the BGO 2-on-1s. Quite good. Fearless and Family Live. That live album cranks. It's amazing. Some of the family albums are a little on the mellow side, kind of bluesy, folky, or psych, or whatever. And then some of them are just kind of like rip-roaring, bluesy, hard rock. There's some great stuff on there. Bandstand, and It's Only a Movie. I like these two quite a bit, especially Bandstand. And these are fantastic as well. Music in a Doll's House I like quite a bit. I will probably say Family Entertainment is probably my least favorite out of all the ones that I have them all out of their discography. And I probably want to go through all of these another time or two before I think about doing like a ranking the studio albums. But I would say so far, based on listening to each of these a couple times, I would say Family Entertainment is probably my least favorite. It's kind of I don't know, kind of folky, kind of a little light blues, a little too much harmonica for me, and just kind of like the intensity level is not there compared to some of these others. I think Music in a Doll's House is fantastic. That's very cool, kind of proggy psych. Like I said, Bandstand is great. It's Only a Movie, very strong. I dig Fearless a lot. I love that live album, and I think these two, A Song for Me and Anyway, are both really strong. In fact, those two might be kind of top of the list, but we'll see. I still have more time to spend with them. What else? Or anything else I can share with you that I've been kind of listening to? What have I been listening to at the gym? I've been kind of like, I've been listening to, I was doing that top 10 songs for Def Leppard earlier in the week, so I've been listening to especially On Through the Night and High and Dry a lot. I also what else did I do this week that prompted me to listen to a lot of stuff? ELO. I was listening to New World Record yesterday at the gym. That was pretty cool. Love that. I decided, I did that ranking the albums of Yes recently. And I got, a bunch of people who were like, Pete, I'm amazed you didn't include in your studio albums list Keys Studio. And I was like, well, I didn't include it because, they were studio tracks lumped onto the end of two live albums, Keys to Ascension 1 and Keys to Ascension 2. And, a buddy of mine years ago made me like a little CDR of what he did was I have both the Keys to Ascension live albums, right? So I got all that stuff. But what he did was he made me like a little CDR of just the studio stuff on there in case I ever wanted to just take that with me and listen to that. I don't know what I ever did with that, but I completely forgot, or maybe I just didn't notice that they actually released something called Keys Studio, which is basically just the studio tracks from Keys to Ascension. I never got this before. And I had a couple people mention, it's like, Pete, you should have just included this. And I probably could have, but I never owned this. And of course, I went around and picked up a copy on Discogs for not a lot of money. And I'll tell you what, as a standalone album, this is quite good. Obviously, I always liked all these tunes, or most of them anyway. Having them all together in one set really makes a compelling statement, because there's some really fantastic tracks on here. And I think one of the issues that I've always had with kind of like modern Yes is like, and I get it, this is, Wakeman, Howe, Squire, Anderson, and White, right? The classic lineup of the band for most people. And you take a couple of those guys away. Yeah, but they were able to put out this powerful statement in like the late 90s. It's like, well, how come like everything we got like after that has been just, in my opinion, just so lackluster? I don't know. So, but yeah, this is pretty damn great. And what else? I've been listening to this a lot too. The Alan Holdsworth Warsaw Summer Jazz Days, 1998. This is courtesy of Anthony Ferraro. And Anthony, thanks for that Joe Pass CD too, man. That rules. Rules. Amazing how great that is. But this is good stuff too if you're a Holdsworth fan. I've been listening to a lot of Holdsworth lately. Otherwise, I might as well mention this. Or these. You're going to see more of these soon. I'm just going to give you a quick little teaser at upcoming programming here. As soon as I digest these monstrous sets, we've got King Crimson, Audio Diary 2014 to 2018. This is a monster set. All right. How many discs is in here? 5. All sorts of live recordings taken from all sorts of shows from all these years. I've barely scratched the surface with that. I got to get through it. It's amazing. And then, of course, you've got In the Court of the Crimson King, this new reissue that's got, what do we got here? The 2019 stereo mixes and instrumental mixes on disc 1, disc 2, alternate album expanded edition, and then you got disc 3, original master edition expanded. And then you've got a bonus Blu-ray disc, which has 2019 mixes in 5.1, 24 surround sound, plus all the music from the CDs and more in high resolution, 24 stereo mixes. It's a lot of King Crimson to kind of digest. Love it. Cool packaging here. Again, I don't want to give too much away because I'm going to go in depth on these when I actually get to a point where I'm ready to talk about them. And I'm not there yet, but that gives you a little teaser of some of the things that I am checking out right about now. Also got this Martin Barr live in New York. Martin Barr, of course, from Jethro Tull, live set and with a DVD. So some very cool things here that I'm kind of trying to digest in what little spare time I have. So I figured I'd throw you a quick little video here today. I wanted to do the Sabotage today, but my schedule just was not having it. So I figured let me at least give you a listening room because I've been wanting to do this for a couple days. So this is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Waiting for you guys to chime in, right? That's the chorus. That's for you guys. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow with Sabotage, ranking the studio albums. And then this weekend, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be able to deliver this weekend. I got a busy weekend coming up. As for Saturday, I will be exhibiting at a local comic and card convention as part of my other channel, Comic Book Geezers. So while Bill Kirk and I will have a table at the convention, if you guys live in the Hudson Valley and you got nothing to do on Saturday, it's going to be at the Temple Hill Academy School. All right, it's going from 10 to 4. All sorts of comic and card vendors. We will be there with a table, hopefully doing a couple live broadcasts. Make sure you go. If you have not, make sure you go over to our Comic Book Geezers, our sister channel. Please check it out. Please subscribe. We really could use the love over there. We're steadily building up subscribership. We're trying to get to that 1,000 level. We're at like 6.25, something like that. We've only been around for about 2 years over there, but we really could use your subscriberships over there. So, but if you're in the area, come stop by the Temple Hill Comic and Card Show. Come by and say hello. We're going to be doing some live broadcasts during the day, meeting people, hopefully signing up some people on the website, all that sort of thing. So that'll be fun. And then Sunday, I don't know, we'll see if I could fit something in. We'll see. If not, we'll see you next week during the week. All right, guys? So take care. We'll see you real soon. See you tomorrow, actually. Bye-bye.